Hello. It's a late post, later than I've ever posted before. And those of you who know about staying up late know that it usually means that you've got something on your mind, something you'd like to share. And so, warning, this may be a long video. So if you don't have the time, you might want to save this one for another time. But it's also probably going to be one of the realest videos that I put out there. I'm feeling very inclined and very motivated and very empowered to really dive into some things that I probably should have been talking about a long time ago, but things come up when they are ready to come out, and so here we go. So since I last posted, I actually have had my ups and my downs. I've had some good days mixed in with some not so good days, and some mornings that started out well and ended up with some evenings that I was just like, what am I doing? And so tonight was one of those. This morning on my way to work, I was talking to a friend, and I was telling her how tomorrow I have an appointment with my doctor, and I was supposed to have lost 5 pounds since our last visit, and I have not. And I was telling my friend that I know that I'm gearing myself up for you need to lose the weight because you need to manage your sugar, you need to manage your sugar levels so that you can make sure you don't go from pre-diabetic to diabetes, because the eyes, the organs, the blood clot risk, and so on and so on. We all know that diabetes is not a pretty disease. We all know that it can be very disastrous, and we all know that it can cause a lot of irreparable damage. Having said that, I was telling my friend that although I know all that, the scary part is that knowing all that, and even armed with all the information that I have about what it takes, things that sound very simple, keeping my carbs to a minimum, eating complex carbohydrates rather than the white bread and the white rice and the white pasta, sticking to whole grains and fruits and vegetables and working out on a regular basis. It all sounds very simple, except it's not. It's not simple because it takes more than knowing what to do to actually get it done. It takes mentally, like we were talking about last time. It's important that mentally I am ready for this. And I think that one of the first things that I need to do is actually start talking in the first person, because I often talk about you because I'm always in teacher mode, I'm always in health coach mode, and I'm always in the mode of trying to help somebody else out. And that has led me to actually neglect myself a whole lot. I'm always giving and giving, but very seldom am I actually in the mindset to implement them in my own life. And I realize that I myself need a health coach. And so tomorrow, when I speak with my doctor, I'm going to have to let her know that I need help. That the help that I need is not another list of do's and don'ts. The help that I need is a holistic approach to getting well. The ones that I am able to prescribe and subscribe to with my clients. Unfortunately, I can't coach myself, so I need the help. And so this leads me to, as I mentioned, the conversation that I wanted to get into tonight, or the post that I wanted to talk about tonight, is that basically all too often I pretend to have everything under control. All too often I am very happy, I am very cheery, I'm very cheerful, very encouraging, and some may even say empowering. But I need to take care of self, and that means that I need to ask for the help that I need to have. A while back, I had gotten some help with a psychologist. I'd gone to see her because I felt that my emotional eating, that my emotional eating had gone out of control, and I was really, really scared because I felt like I was spiraling out, and I felt like I was really doing myself harm with the way that I was not taking care of myself. And although it was very helpful, I feel that I really didn't go as deeply because I didn't allow myself to be as vulnerable as I needed to be. I again felt like it was like an assignment, and I didn't necessarily benefit from it as much as I should have. And it was no fault of hers. It was me, once again, not being able to make myself as vulnerable as I need to be in order for me to get the help that I really need in order for me to get better. So I had said that I wasn't going to be talking about a teaching moment, but I can't not use this to say that if you are in that place where you feel like you cannot do it alone, you probably cannot do it alone. And this is where I am right now. I'm realizing that I've tried and I've tried and I've tried, and it's not from lack of knowing. I know what to eat. I know how to exercise. I know that managing my stress is important. I know what can happen if I don't take care of myself. I know what diabetes is. I know what the consequences are. And yet, here I am, once again, not even able to have lost 5 pounds from the last visit that I did with my doctor a month ago. And I know that it's feasible. But I also know that if the things that are keeping me from being able to implement the things that I know I need to implement are not addressed, I'm going to be here again next year and the year after that and the year after that, defeated because the real core is not addressed. It is definitely a holistic approach that is needed. I need to address the things that are keeping me from taking care of myself, which means that once again, as I mentioned in the last video, I need to think about the mind. I need to think about the mental aspect. I need to take care of my mental health. And it can be very difficult. It can be very humbling. It is very difficult and it is very humbling because it's not in my nature to come out and ask for help. I'm usually on the other side of the table. It's easy for me to lend a hand. It's easy for me to help. It's easy for me to counsel. It's easy for me to help and fix. But then when it comes to myself, it's very difficult for me to ask for the help, and it's very difficult for me to extend that hand to receive. And whatever, whether it's ego, whether it's pride, whether, I don't know what it is. I honestly don't. Maybe that's the first thing that I need to address with a therapist, because I am talking about therapy. I feel that it's going to be the one thing that I haven't tried, because I have tried all the diets out there before I knew that diets don't work. By the way, diets don't work. You do need to have something that's going to be sustainable and reasonable, something that's not going to be harmful, that's not going to deprive you, something that's going to be helping you for the rest of your life. And so that's why I say that diets don't work. And we all know, we go on a diet, we lose the weight, we come back, we gain the weight, and so on. Then we have this yo-yo thing that we're doing. So I'm talking about a lifestyle change. And before I knew that, I had been on a gazillion diets. However, once I found out, okay, what I need is a lifestyle change, even establishing that has been problematic at times, because when my mind is not in it, it's difficult. Like right now, I know that for the past 7 months now, maybe 8, my life has been very hectic. I go to work 8 hours a day, sometimes longer. I then go to class 3 times a night. Three nights a week, for another 5 hours. Then there's the homework, and somehow, you have to live the rest of your life too. You have family, you have bills, you have time to rest, time to manage your stress. You have to cook, you have to shop. And when you're doing it alone, it is a lot. And I don't allow myself to stop and think and take the time. And I just go. And as a matter of fact, what ends up happening is that some things fall through the cracks. And obviously, In this case, it has been my health. Just recently got diagnosed with calcific tendonitis. I was in excruciating pain. We had some trauma in the family, some losses. My country, Haiti, is in chaos and has been since November. I have family there and I'm still very concerned. So I don't allow myself to think about all these things, but it's very obvious that I have a lot on my plate and that I need help. I need help to learn how to compartmentalize. I need help to learn how to just be able to vent. I need help to be able to manage my stress. I need to have somebody professional who is not too close to me, who is completely unbiased, help me do the work that needs to be done so I can get my life on track and I can get unstuck and I can take care of myself the way that I know that I need to take care of myself so that I can reach the goals that I know I need to reach so that I can be a better version of myself, the version that's better equipped to be the best coach, the best mom, the best sister, the best daughter, the best woman, the best person. Because right now, it's not the case. And so I did say it was going to be a long one. Here I am at 11 minutes and some seconds. If you're here with me still, I thank you for listening. I thank you for allowing me to vent. I thank you for allowing me to be real. And I want to say, I know that the struggle is real. I hope that in none of my other videos, I hope I never downplayed it. I hope I never made it sound like it was easy, because it's not. I know it both from my personal journey and from working with the clients that I've worked with. I know. But I also know that when we reach out for the help, that when we are aware that we need the help, that when we finally acknowledge and accept that we need the help and we reach for it, something clicks, something changes. We're no longer doing it alone because we were never meant to do it alone. Woo! And we can make things happen. And so I'm going to close tonight. I will report as things go. I will let you guys know how it went with my doctor visit. I will let you know if she actually ended up giving me a referral for me to address the mental aspect of my emotional eating. And I will continue to keep you posted as the journey continues. So, as usual, to your health and mind, let's keep this going. And I promise to continue keeping it real. La suite au prochain numéro. Until next time. Good night.